What does your partner need most? In this series of videos, I'm going to answer that question. After more than 25 years of teaching experience and a PhD in communication, I've learned a lot about communicating in relationships, but the topic that I'm going to talk about in this series of videos is something that I've learned mostly from experience and having applied these concepts. And while I use the term partner to mean really any relationship partner, I'm specifically going to start this discussion by talking about marriage. Now, we understand marriage is challenging. All you need to do to realize that is look at the current divorce rate. For years, it's been more than 50% of marriages have ended in divorce. I did see a statistic recently that said that that number seems to be improving slightly, which is great, but that's still a whole lot of marriages that end in divorce. So we know marriage is challenging. Marriage is challenging because in marriage, you're trying to take two very different people generally and have them intertwine their lives together. And so that's naturally going to be challenging, and more so than it is in other relationships where you try to, let's say, form a new friendship. So the two people who are getting married often have different backgrounds, different beliefs, different values, different cultures. They may also have different personalities, and all of those things are going to make marriage challenging. I have been married now for almost 16 years, and while that's a long time compared to many marriages, it's not compared to marriages like my parents who have been married for 55 years. But still, 16 years is a milestone, and our marriage hasn't been easy. We had a number of factors against us from the beginning. My husband had been married twice before and already had 5 children when we got married, so that in itself creates some complicating factors. Also, I had never been married, but did not get married until I was in my mid-30s. So I had been single for a long time and had formed my own ways of dealing with life. And then we're from different cultural backgrounds, and we have very different personalities, very different personalities. Now, having said that, we do have beliefs and values in common, and that's often very helpful. A friend of ours, as a wedding gift, gave us a book called Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Eggerichs, and that's spelled Eggerichs. And you can find it on Amazon or other book sites. I strongly recommend getting this book. As I said, this is something that I have learned from experience has been so helpful and has been one of the key features in helping us continue our marriage and work through difficult times. In my next video, I'm going to explain to you some basic concepts from the book Love and Respect and show you how this answers the question of what your partner needs most. So in the meantime, hit that subscribe button below. Feel free to comment and leave me topics you'd like to have discussed. And please feel free to share my channel with friends that you know maybe have expressed that they are struggling in their relationships so that they can benefit from this as well. I'll see you next time when we'll dive more deeply into love and respect.